Hey everyone, we are back again with Pancake Draws. I'm Paincaked, and today's video is an illustration of some fan art I did for Tyson Hesse of his characters Diesel and Ricketts from the comic Tyson Hesse's Diesel, as well as Classic Sonic. And the reason I did this illustration here is because I went to VanCAF this weekend, and he was there, and last year I gave him some fan art that I had done, but looking back on it, I knew I could do way better than what I had done last year, so I decided I would do it again this year as well. And it was cool to meet him again and buy stuff from him that I didn't get from him last year, as well as getting my copy of Diesel Ignition signed, which was awesome, and the cool charms, which I rock on my keychain now, as well as just getting to say hi, to this good boy, because he's really nice, and I look up to him, and he's a great artist. He's one of my main inspirations, along with people like Anthony Holden and other people. I can't think of anyone else off the top of the head besides him and Anthony Holden. Probably maybe Nikki Nax and Mary Lum. They're good too. I like all those people. But I guess I'll get into a bit of this illustration. Started off just kind of with a rough sketch, which I had done off screen, which is why you're watching now is me trying to do the second refined sketch, which actually took me quite a while to do because I wanted to make sure this illustration turned out really well, and I think it did in the end. I was quite happy with how it turned out, especially the coloring, because normally I find coloring to be quite difficult, but I thought it turned out pretty well on this one. Anyways, yeah, the convention I went to on Saturday, this past Saturday, there is called VanCAF, which is a Vancouver Comics and Arts Festival. So it's essentially, if you've ever been to any convention like Fan Expo or like Anime Expo, whatever those things are, you know, like it's basically a giant artist alley, and that's the whole convention. It's just a big giant artist alley with a whole bunch of small press people who work with who either have something with like comics, or they just make arts and comic-y style art, that kind of thing. But most of the people that were there had a comic of sorts. It was cool to like look through everyone's stuff there. And I always keep telling myself, if I was like a millionaire with indispensable income, I would definitely buy everyone's art, and I wish I could, because there was a lot of good stuff there, but unfortunately can't always buy everything you want, or even buy everyone's art, even though it's like, after you some of the people I would talk to, but I'd have to kind of like budget my money, which was sad, because I talked to some of these people and they're like really cool, and it's like, oh, I want to buy your art to show you that I think you're cool, but I can't afford it, so I'm just gonna take your business card and walk away slowly. Which I actually ended up getting like over 50 business cards. I have collected quite a few of them. It was my mission after the first couple people give me their business cards. I was like, I'm gonna try and get the business cards from every single person that has a table at this convention. I did not get it from every single person, because the second auditorium at this convention got so packed that I could barely move through there, so I kind of just stayed out of that one for the most part and just quickly ran through it at the end. But I did get a large amount of everyone's business cards, so that's cool, so I can always look through them and see if I had already followed them or not. And that's the other thing, since this year's been like a huge year of growth for me, both on the YouTube channel and the and like my Twitter, which is where I post most of my sketches and stuff. So if you want to see all my sketches and things that I don't turn into videos, go follow me on Twitter. It's just at Paincaked. Yeah, if you don't want to miss anything that I draw, go on that, because I won't post as much to my Tumblr. I just post mainly finished stuff, and Facebook, I keep it very with the stuff I post on my face On my Facebook page, I keep very limited because I have lots of friends and people I know in real life who follow or who like that page, so I don't put as much stuff on there as I do on the other sites. But as I was saying, since it was a huge year of growth with my Twitter, there's people that I'd recognize because I followed them on Twitter, and there's also a couple people I ran into that follow me, like we're mutuals on Twitter, and one of them I found out lived really close to me, and he's a cool guy, so I talked to him for a bit, bought some of his stuff, and we might even go hang out sometime because we actually don't live too far away. So that was actually really cool, and just being in a convention setting like that with all this art is really inspiring, to say the least. Like, it gets you really motivated to make art again. And me and the person I went with, who is he's the technician at the university I go to, we both are going to apply for a table at VanCAF next year, and like split it, like, so half his stuff, half my stuff, and then we'll just split the cost for it, because VanCAF is actually, from what I, after asking a few people, found out it's pretty inexpensive to get a table there. A lot less so than other conventions. Yeah, it doesn't break the bank, and tons of people show up. I'm excited to apply to it next year and hopefully get in. It looks like it would be fun to do. Just seeing all those people there who like art. Doesn't have to necessarily be your stuff that they're going there for, but just to see all these people checking out your stuff and everyone else's, and just all those connections that you get from being in that setting is invaluable, to say the least, especially if you're looking to work in the industry in some way or another, like I am hoping to do at some point. I still got a long ways to go, but that's besides the point. I just... VanCAF's great. I spent too much money on stuff. Don't tell my parents I did that. What else is there to say, I guess? Right here, yeah, you can see this is the part where I started coloring, and like I said, I think the shading turned out really well on this. Classic Sonic shading's okay, but I think the shading that I did on Diesel, or D-Diesel, or Diesel, whatever her name, well, whatever you want to call her. I think in the comic they mostly just call her D. But I think the shading on her turned out really well, because I used like 2 levels of shading and I think a little bit of highlighting. And it was funny because when I got this printed off so I could like hand it to him at VanCAF. There's one person I work with who knows I do digital art and stuff, and she was the one that was working at the print area of where I work at. So she wrote a little like, "This is awesome" note on the envelope that the pictures were in when I went to pick them up, which was pretty nice. I appreciate that, and I appreciate her. She's a good person. But yeah, this is getting close to being finished. I was meaning to upload this on Monday, but then Overwatch update happened, and I had to deal with a bit of on the Monday there. I was going to draw more, but I had to deal a little bit with some not really necessarily art theft, but like not crediting me in a non-monetized video where they used my Danny Sexbang picture in the thumbnail, but I got that all sorted out, so that was fine. But that had been bugging me the whole day, so I didn't draw anything, and I didn't get the audio recorded for it because I was just super bummed, because that was just bugging me all day. And today I didn't do it because the Overwatch update came out, and I had to get right on that the moment I woke up. So unfortunately, I'm doing it now, but we're gonna get this up. I know it's later than a week. I'm sorry, but we'll see you next time. Okay, and with that, we're gonna end today's episode here. Remember to thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, and subscribe if you want more. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Paincaked, and until next time, stay cool, everyone.